15 for my bros, yeah. 15 with my bros, yeah. Lagos, I wanna come home. Lagos, I wanna come home.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Zara Beauty, and we're back for another video. Today's video is going to be a little bit personal. I'm going to be talking about those things that I wish that I had known as a child growing up, that I didn't have access to. I didn't have access to this information. I didn't have access to those help channels and stuff, and I really battled with myself for a long time before I decided to do this video. And because I really love to be personal, and I really want you guys to see a very positive person, someone that's put together, someone that, you know, I want to have this image for you guys. I don't want to be that YouTuber that comes out here complaining every time about different things, but I really struggled with myself if I wanted to bring out this video. But I decided to bring it out just because I know that there's so many girls out there that were in my position that didn't have access to those help channels, that didn't have access to people that would talk to them and tell them that everything's gonna be alright. So I decided to bring this video out. Just hopefully it'll do its part in the world. 7 things I wish I had told myself as a child growing up. First things first. Don't try to be like everyone else, Zara. Zara, you know that you knew since you were a kid that you were different. And instead of you to shine like the star that you were, you tried so desperately to fit in so that you would be accepted, so that you would be loved, so that people would love you. You chased love so much, acceptance. Meanwhile, you were a star, you were a lion, you needed to roar. Zara, I want you to know that it's okay to be different. It's okay to want to be different. It's okay to ascribe to be different, because that's what makes you unique. Don't strive for people's acceptance, because acceptance is a fickle thing, and they can accept you this one moment, but the next moment they're all hating on you. Zara, this is very important. Love yourself. Love yourself, baby. Love yourself. You hated yourself for so long. So long. You would look at yourself and just cry. You hated how you looked. You hated your nose. You hated your face. You hated everything. Because you didn't look like everybody else. You didn't look like the prettiest girl in the class. You didn't look like that. You hated yourself so much. I remember you would sit down and you stare at yourself in the mirror and you would cry. Why were you crying? Because you didn't look like everybody else. Now look at you. Look at you, look at you, look at you, look at you. If you only knew that you would grow up to be a beautiful, strong, confident, independent woman, you would wipe those tears from your eyes right away and start to love yourself. Baby, remember, no matter all you do, all the crying that you did it change anything? No. You were still you. You still woke up in the same body. It didn't make you any different. So why don't you pick yourself up and begin to love yourself? Begin to tell yourself why you were beautiful. Begin to look at your flaws as your strengths, as your beauty. Because that's what made you you. That's what made you unique. Three, don't chase love. Don't chase love. You will find it in time. You will find it and you will learn from it, and it will change you. and you realize why it didn't work with anyone else. You realize why, baby, you know what I'm talking about. Don't chase love. I know that you never believed in our millennial love. I know that you had a very strong sense of what love was. You believed in the biblical meaning of the word love. But baby, you still chased love. You wanted people to love you. You wanted people to like you. You wanted people to appreciate you, to admire you, to see your uniqueness, and you forced them. You earned that, baby. You don't force people to see how special you are. People see that and they love you. Don't chase love. Four, be yourself. Zara, be yourself. Zara, remember that one time where you wanted boobs so bad, you rolled up socks and you put them in your training bra and you wore them to school for 3 months and you lied to everyone that you had breasts until mom caught you and bit the shit out of you and told you that you should never ever let anyone push you to be something that you're not. We remember that very clearly because that was a turning point for you. That's where you sat down and you said to yourself, I don't need to lie to me. I don't need to lie to myself. 5. Remember that day that those boys in junior high came to you and they pushed you and called you a pig because the deodorant that you bought for yourself was causing yellow stains on your uniform? And you went to the toilet and you didn't come out for 2 hours because you were crying. You were bullied for 5 years out of your 6 years in school. You were constantly told that you weren't enough, that you weren't pretty enough, that you weren't tall enough, that you weren't smart enough. Zara, you are enough. You are enough for you. You don't need to prove yourself to anybody. Stop trying to prove yourself to people. We grew up from that. We cried every day for 2 years in high school in our pillow. All we had was what was up here. And we used it. Zara, every single time you feel like you're not enough, I want to remind you that you are enough. You are beautiful, you are loved, you are perfect. And that mentality grew with us to today, that sometimes we feel like we're not good enough for someone or for something or for an opportunity. We have to remind ourselves that we are enough. Speak louder. If only you knew who you became. If only you knew what you became. Speak louder. Don't hide your voice. Don't hide at the back of the class because you're afraid to show people how smart you were. Don't lie about your test grades because you did not want to show that you were smart. Embrace it. You're fucking intelligent. Don't go out there and not study so you could fail because you did not want to look like you were the smart one. Speak louder. Sing louder. Be louder. Because when fire burns, everyone feels it. Everyone sees it. You can't be a fire and burn in isolation. Breathe. I know it gets too much sometimes and you feel like the world is crushing in on you and you just feel so alone and you feel like your parents aren't there, your siblings don't understand, you don't have any friends. Just breathe. Know that God has got you. You might not know this now, but you grew to love God when you turned 16. He was the only true friend that you had, that you have. You didn't know it then because you didn't know Him. You went to church, you did the motions, but you did not know Him. But when you knew Him, it was the most beautiful feeling ever. That feeling of being alone that you always had, it left. You finally felt like you had a friend. You talked to Him every night for 2 years. In your pillow, you would cry to Him. You knew His word in and out. He treasured His word more than His name. And you told Him what you wanted. Breathe, baby. You read so much books to get away and escape from reality and become someone that you weren't. It led you to so many paths. But we're glad that it led you to those paths because it led you to this path where we are right now. And we're not perfect. By any means, we're not perfect. But the fact that we're striving towards perfection every day is what makes us us. You are me, and everything you went through is what molded you to me, and I would never have had it any other way. Now, this video was more to you guys out there because Past Zara cannot hear this. She doesn't know. Past Zara is in here, in my heart. And I wish she knew all of this when she was young. I wish she had someone that told her this. I wish there was a YouTube where she could have watched someone tell her this. But I really hope this video will help you, Past Zara, who isn't Zara, to realize that you are enough. And you are beautiful and you are loved and you would get there. You will get there. You will get there. And whenever you're feeling ugly and you're feeling alone and you're feeling less than, I want you to do this. Sit yourself down in front of a mirror. Look deep into that mirror. Stare into your soul and tell yourself 3 things you love about yourself. Every day it has to be 3 new things you love about yourself. Don't think about the flaws. Don't think about what you don't like. Don't think about what isn't there. Just think about the things you love about yourself. It's amazing what saying positive things to your life can do to you. I decided to change my story. I moved to a new school. I decided that Zara in middle school is not the Zara that I'm gonna be anymore. I decided to shed that skin and become new. I decided to be a butterfly. I wasn't gonna be a caterpillar forever. You have to decide that you are enough for you. You can't be anyone else. Trust me, I tried. I tried to be so many people. I thought everyone was better than me. At a point, I even hated my parents for making me me. But you know what? No one's ever gonna be you, and you cannot be anyone else, no matter how hard you try. So why not start by being you? Why not love being you? When I decided that that's what I was gonna do, it only took a matter of time before everybody saw me for me and appreciated me for me. Now I can never go back. I've built so much self-confidence over the years. You can't tell me shit. You can't. It took years of me unwinding and undoing every single negative thing I spoke into my life. I prayed and said, God, I am not this person. I am not useless. I am not stupid. I am not ugly. I am not dumb. I am intelligent. I am smart. I am beautiful. I looked into that mirror for 3 good years and I had to find 3 things I loved about myself. I told myself that every day I have to find 3 things I love about myself. Imagine listening to that positivity every day. You will grow to love yourself. And if your confidence is affecting others, then fuck them. You're you, and that's all that matters. This video was hard to do, but I'm glad I did it. And I hope that it helped you. And I know it's all over the place, but I didn't want to recite this. I didn't want to rehearse this. I just wanted it to be straight from my heart. My heart. I wanted it to be straight from my heart, and I didn't want it to be super emotional. I just had to still myself to say this because I know someone needed to hear this. And no matter what you're going through, financially, spiritually, you know, romantically, relationship-wise, just know that you are enough. You need to just take a step and breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just breathe. And when it gets too much, just breathe. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please don't forget to leave me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and join the Zara gang, Z gang, family. You know what I mean? Follow me on all my social media. And yes, the gold is back. I know you guys missed my backdrop, so I'm coming back to the backdrop life. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Au revoir.